Hey, I'm Mayor Lynn Long, City of Fort Oglethorpe. I would like to welcome you again to another table topic. We got two very special guests today, and we're going to talk about something real serious and a real big concern for our nation as a whole. We're going to talk about childhood obesity. And I got two gentlemen with us today that are very skilled in this area, been doing it for a long time, Coach Dempsey and Phillip Pfeifer. Thank you very much for being with us today.
Welcome to here. Yeah. Excited, matter of fact.
I've known you've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah. Means I'm really old.
Well, you're not as old as I am. I've seen the top of the mountain. I'm 3/4 of the way down the other side. Phillip, you're kind of new to this, are you not?
Yes, I am.
So I'm going to let Coach Dempsey, y'all tell us, and you, Phillip, tell us about this program and how it's going to get involved in the schools and how it's going to help our students.
Let's talk about the problem. But you mentioned that I actually used to be a teacher and coach here in this end of the county, and we always did the National Physical Fitness Test every year with kids. Unfortunately, our schools now, because of finances, are cutting back on physical education programs. It's almost a joke, sad joke, where a kid has phys ed maybe 30 minutes a week. And what's happened because of lifestyle and lack of exercise for various reasons, we have a tremendous problem. Now, when you talk about obesity, you're talking about a person that is 50 pounds or more overweight. And in this country, in some cities, it's ranging between 25 and 35% of the kids that are 50 pounds or more overweight. Generally speaking, in a community of this size, you're talking about between 10 and 15% of the kids. And so about 7 years ago, 8 years ago, the national program was developed entitled Let's Move to bring emphasis upon this problem. And the fact that that the kids need exercise. There is a nutritional aspect, but the biggest problem is the lack of exercise. And what a lot of people don't realize is that, that regarding the weight situation, we hear a lot of people talk about calories, but very few people talk about energy expenditure that your body burns up. And tests done at Harvard University Medical School showed that if a person exceeds 500 calories over exercise burned up, or they do not burn up 500 extra calories for 5 days, they will gain 1 to 2 pounds.
Ooh, that's tough.
Yeah, and because of that, it's pretty easy if a child is just sitting around, goes home, plays video games, and not active, it can build up in a hurry. And so this whole program has been designed to bring emphasis upon the need for activity. And it can be a variety of things, not just one type of activity. I know that I've been working in the field of health and physical education for about 50 years. And to this day, and I am 72, I run, I do about 400 sit-ups a week, I do 150 push-ups a week. It's important for all of us, but especially these kids. And so that's why we're here to...
You burn some calories.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you a question,
Yes.
Phil. Young people in school, if they're obese now, does obesity follow them and get worse as they age?
Yes, they do. Yes, it does.
So if we begin a program now and they become accustomed to burning 500 calories in excess of what they intake per day, then this will affect them quality-wise and health-wise for the rest of their life. It could it not?
Correct. And the key is in awareness and education, because as a society, we've gotten complacent, and with the introduction of video games, kids are not outside playing, pick-up ball and kickball like they used to. They're just sitting in front of the TV and with their video games, and this is a detriment to their health overall.
I have two daughters that teach school, and I know they're in a tough budget crunch. The whole nation is, and cities are too, counties are too, and it takes money to run government. And without people like you and Coach Dempsey, the program, I feel real strong about this program. It's a great program to help kids that, and I'm 70 years old now, and I exercise too. Not as much as you do. I don't burn as many calories as you do, but if we don't think about our weight, it would be real easy to get obese.
And it's not just the obesity. The obesity brings on some other added problems. For instance, diabetes in this country is just out of control. It's running rampant. We have over 22 million diabetics, 42 million pre-diabetics. And what happens in the physiology of your body is that the more you're overweight, then it takes all this insulin and things just to fight the overweight problem, and so it has to take more and more insulin. And then there's the cardiovascular phase. But basically what we're talking about is that it's a habit. And what we're hoping to do through this HOPE program all over the country and everywhere we go is to get kids to find something they enjoy doing that's active. And so thus, that's the purpose of this program.
And you touched on something that's so very important. Kids are like we are. We do things that we enjoy doing.
Yep.
If you love cutting the yard, and I do, I cut the yard a lot. I'm going to wear the grass out. But if we try to make kids exercise on something they do not want to do, they're not going to do it. So what are some of the things that the program does to try to show kids what to do that they could enjoy doing to lose weight?
We have basically, we contact area business vendors to come and have booths, and martial arts is one, weight rooms, tumbling academies. We have relay races there, sack races, basketball, football, softball, just to try to find a niche where kids enjoy something. A lot of kids nowadays are into motocross racing, and so that's an activity. I mean, you can burn a lot of calories doing that. So the key is just bringing an awareness of this problem to our community and offering them the activities and letting them know that there are a lot of businesses in this area that offer physical activities, and there might be a niche. Rock climbing is another one. Kids like rock climbing. So there's a lot of interest outdoors that can bring the kids' attention.
On the day of the activity that we have planned, we actually have a number of other things besides the things he mentioned. For example, frisbee toss, jump rope. We do things like sit-ups, push-ups, and these kinds of things. We ask the kids if they do 5 of 10 events, or if they go to a percentage of these booths, then their name is in for a drawing. So for some things, like last time we gave away a free basketball goal, bicycles, and things like this. And so what we're trying to get them to see is that there's a variety of things that can be fun, and that they, by enjoying it, can be burning the calories they need to be burning, and creating the habit. Like we said a minute ago, it is a habit. And
if you touch on it, it will last a lifetime.
Oh, there's no doubt about it.
Don't sign my wife up for martial arts. Don't do that. But
that's
and it's real easy. It's a lot easier as we get older, and you have and I have. It's a lot easier to put the weight on than it is to take it off.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
My grandkids are real active, and I'm lucky, and my kids are real active, and they've all been involved in athletics all their life, and still are. So those things are a habit.
As you've already alluded to it, these habits begin at an early age. If kids can find a way of just doing nothing and think that's fun, it just carries over. I've got a granddaughter that's 4 years old, and she's been running from the time she could walk. She loves running. And I carry a picture of my billfold of me and her running across Walnut Street Bridge here in Chattanooga. But seriously, once you establish this, it's going to go with you the rest of your life. You used to play tennis. You know, I used to play, I can't see anymore to play tennis, but the fact that you did those things, you still want to do them. And that's why it is important to create this in kids now. They can have fun. Let's find that fun and get in the habit of doing it.
And my son still plays tennis, and my grandson still plays tennis.
Great.
So it does become a family habit.
Yep. And it doesn't have to be one thing. We're in this, you know, we're aware that in this country, team sports gets the attention. Football is the number one thing. You got basketball, you got these team sports. And it's great. I used to coach them. But these individual sports, you can carry with you the rest of your life, at least some of them.
And it doesn't cost a lot of money to play tennis.
That's exactly right. Very good.
So my son used to play so much tennis that he'd wear a pair of shoes out in a week. and you can still buy shoe goo to patch up the holes in the bottom of those tennis shoes. And he's got a son that does the same thing now. So, gentlemen, y'all both, Coach Dempsey and you, Phil, a fantastic job helping our students and our children, our youth, become healthier adults. And as a nation, healthcare is probably the largest cost that we have as a nation. And as we stay healthier, we reduce that cost and make our quality of life better from the entire journey through life. And life is a journey. So I thank you both for being with us today.
Well, I appreciate your support and, you know, the city and our school systems and all supporting this, because we need it.
Well, we need you, and without you, people like you volunteering to do so, it would never work.
Thank you.
Thanks again for tuning us in on Table Topics. And we thank these two gentlemen for helping our community and helping our children, our youth, become healthier adults and spend a lifetime being healthier. Thanks again.